Hey everyone. So today I wanted to talk to you about this really cool new piece of technology I found. It's called the Uber One, and what it is, it's a robot that companies can use to replace humans for menial tasks that they may need to do repeatedly that are dangerous for people, anything like that. And so what it is, it's a 4 foot tall robot. It's got one arm on it that has 7 joints that it moves from, and it can be used in warehouses and factories for more efficient performance of tasks normally done by human workers. So unlike normal robots that are used in industry today, which are pretty big and can be quite dangerous, which is why they're isolated from people, this robot can work alongside humans or autonomously in a workspace filled with people. So the Uber One is made by Unbounded Robotics, which is a startup that was based in Santa Clara, California, and it's made so that it can be about $50,000 per unit for its customers. And at Unbounded Robotics, they said that they can see the robot doing tasks that could be dull, dirty, could be dangerous to humans, doing them repetitively all day in a light manufacturing environment. And the Uber One isn't designed for small component assembly, but it can manipulate objects as small as dice or a Lego piece, I said. And so what it uses is a gripper on its arm that has 2 plastic bars on it that can squeeze, and it can apply up to 3 pounds of pressure, which means it can handle things quite delicately because it can also go below that, and it can travel at about 2 miles per hour. And so it's made with a relatively small amount of components, but it has a very large intelligence. And what you can do is not only take apps that other people at companies design to make it do specific tasks for something you may need in an average work environment, but if you have someone that can code relatively well, you can also have them write a code to have the robot do pretty much exactly what you want it to. Also, the robot's arm can be moved quite easily, although it's very heavy. It has motors inside of it which make it easier for you to move it, and you can have it perform the exact movement you do. You move it for yourself, and it'll remember that movement, and so you can program it to do exactly what you need to do in your work environment. And it runs a version of Ubuntu Linux on it on an open source robot operating system, so that's how everyone can use it quite well. And they said the advantage to their robot is that they see it being used in many businesses doing many different things, and there's a lot of value that can be created by creating an application infrastructure on top of a platform like this robot. So basically there would be almost an app store for the robot itself, and it can connect via Wi-Fi and USB ports and has a 4th generation Intel i5 processor. It also uses 2 different cameras where its head, I guess you could say, would be, and this is used for perception and depth perception, since there's 2 cameras, and then another camera lower to the ground to sense for any obstacles in its way. And the robot can be charged in 3 to 5 hours, and it has a 3 to 5 hour continuous runtime, and it can have an idle runtime of over 10 hours. So it can work through almost an entire workday if you need it to. If you have more than one, you can take a quick charge break for one of them and let the others continue working. And also on the USB ports, and there's also expansion ports, so you can add extra sensors specific to what you need your robot to be doing, or other devices for it to interact with the environment. And also for its hand, instead of just the grippers, you can place anything you need that fits into the sockets. So maybe like a suction cup if it needs to be moving glass panes or something like that. There's really a lot this robot can do, and it could be very useful for medium-sized companies that have the money to use it, and it'll let them get rid of some human workers that have been performing maybe menial or dangerous jobs, so they can be reapplied to more important tasks while the robot takes care of everything. And